Okay, welcome, welcome. This is the Foundations of Anusara, which is not necessarily a beginner practice by any stretch, but it is a way for people to reaffirm and learn the universal principles of alignment over and over again. Because for me, it's am I almost 30 years into this specific style of practice, and the universal principles of alignment continue to unfold within my awareness. It blows my mind. So I was asked yesterday by a young 19-year-old why I chose Anusara yoga. And my answer was forthright and came very quickly. And it was because in the moment of seeking a style and a teacher, first of all, I found one. It was serendipity. I met John Friend on a bus at the LAX airport after I had purchased his video. And his video had brought me to a place where, and I chose his video because I thought that guy looks like he's not going to hurt me. and then after meeting him, he invited me to a yoga journal conference where I got to pick classes from over 100 different yoga teachers. And in one particular class with a different teacher, I actually did injure my knee. I was being invited to expand so deeply, and my little body just wasn't ready to do that. And then I went to John Friend and I said, "Hey, I've injured myself." And he said, "Let me see." And he gave me some clear and concise actions to take. And in one practice, I felt better. And it's not just the universal principles of alignment that affect the body. It's this philosophy that opens the heart to the knowing that there's something about the universe and the way I fit into it that really spoke to my heart. So it's not just a physical practice, it's also a heart-centered practice. And I think that might be the reason that you stick around as well. So I'd love to know, actually, about the style specifically, because it's a unique flavor within the yoga tradition. So drop me a line, let me know. I invite you to draw your hands to your heart. And the first universal principle of alignment is called open to grace. This is a principle that we can call upon almost anywhere, anytime, especially when we feel the squeeze of life, whenever we feel a little constrained or contracted. We also do it naturally when we're in moments of beauty. Like think back to something that happened for you in the past few days where you were in a little bit of wow of life. And it can be something so simple, like enjoying the beauty of a flower or a smell or a touch or a flavor. And in this practice, we will come back to the sensation of our breath over and over and over again. So I invite you to feel the stability of the earth below you where you sit and trust it. Settle down a little bit. You can open to the grace of a deeper presence and let it expand you down, up, and out. When we take the sound of Om, it's a way of remembering that there's an energy that's holding us. And for some reason, in any given moment, the universe is pouring forth a particular experience so that we can open to it. Our tendency is to want to push this hard stuff away. But what if we could take a deep breath and get centered? We'll start with the sound of Om 3 times and invite you to listen to the Om from its silence to its creation, to its sustainment, to its ending, and let it recede back into silence. And just let yourself be in the magic of it. Deep breath in, big breath out. Inhale again. Please release your hands and come to all fours on your sticky mat. And this is a posture you've taken, I don't even know how many times in your journey on your path of yoga. See if you can do so in a way that feels unique to you today and sort of rock around with it and let your hands hold you, your toes tucked, your knees slightly behind your hips, and open to the flow of your breath. And you'll see it might not be a cow-cat movement for you today. It could be a hip shift or a shoulder shift, or I'm not sure, but get in there and feel. And just open to what you feel. And this is the transition point where we move from householder yoga into yoga asana. And one of the most precious translations of asana, which is physical practice in a very just layman term, but one of the most beautiful interpretations is your seat of honor. So as you reach up and back to a downward facing dog, find the delight in being held in your own grace, the honor of being in your own presence, and then open to that something bigger that's always been here, holding you, breathing you, moving you. Inhale to your knees. Point your toes, reach your hips to your heels, child's pose. And we'll take a deep pranam, a deep bow. Inhale, cat. Exhale, cow. Inhale, cat. Tuck your toes, arm bones into shoulder socket, and stretch up and back, dog pose. I invite you to soften into the experience of dog. So don't try so hard. Let it hold you. Lengthen and expand into the experience of dog. So allow that part of you that knows how to open to the beauty of life to reach into this pose. Inhale to your knees. Point your toes, reach your hips back, and a deep bow in, child's pose. Active hands, strong arms, full breath. And a few more times. Inhale forward. Exhale, cat. Tuck your toes, arm bones into shoulder. Keep the fullness of your back body, even as you stretch down through the arms and up into dog. And then just instead of trying to fix downward dog, be with downward dog, open to it, receive it, give it your breath. Inhale to your knees and exhale, child's. So we'll trust this little flow 2 more times. Your pace, your breath. And start to notice what you enjoy and let that grace be that deeper presence of knowing what you love pouring itself into your body and through your body. And this time, instead of a child's pose, we'll come to a forward fold. So when you're ready, again, opening to grace is learning how to take your time and tiptoe through the tulips of your life. And hands to hips. Firm the legs, deepen the breath to rise up. Let's take a deep stretch to your left. So anchor through the legs and find some stretch in the waistline and the lower belly on that right side. And then we'll stretch the right arm up and over, place it behind the head and bow in so back body gets full, and then soften to the sensation. So there's something there for you. Open to it, receive it, breathe it. Inhale, center. Circle out your shoulders, let go of some tension, shake it off. Hands to hips to start, anchored down through the legs. So that's a component of open to grace. We want to get settled in our body. And then you can let the energy that roots you down expand with your breath. So it's different than our fifth principle of organic energy. It's more of an attitude and a breath. And then that left arm can come up and over. Expand your breath into the pose. Feel what you feel and give it reverence. Nama, Om Nama. Inhale up. And one more time, circle it out. And a component of open to grace is letting go of limited definitions of self. So just shake it off and open to your own goodness. And we'll turn to the face, the front of the mat if you're not already. Start. In your spine. Follow the exhale to plank. And follow the inhale to a dog. Like you did before, can you soften to the experience of dog? And then wait for that moment where your inner spark says, plank pose. Oh, yes, that. And you open to that plank. And then all the way down to the belly. And spider arm cobra. So lead with the breath here. That's an open to grace moment. Let the breath hold you as you rise up to cobra. And exhale lower. So we'll take that 4 more times. Deep breath in. Long breath out. Try to let the breath initiate and the movement follow. It's a split second behind. So when we open to grace, that bigger power flows with us, through us, guiding. Last one. Set the toes, set the hands, press up all 4s, and downward dog. And just like we've done, so the recursive nature of it, and we come into a shape we've been before, and allow the familiarity not to be taken for granted, but to be a place to soften and find refuge. Tiptoe forward. Set your foundation, connect with your breath, and follow the inhale up. Exhale, hands to heart. Dropping into the heart with a deep breath. Let go of anything occluding the heart in this moment. Let it go. Release the hands. Open again, reach up. Dive forward, forward fold. Full breath in, side body's long. Keep the side body as long as you place your hands and take downward dog. So from waistline to armpit, use the breath to hold the expansion. Inhale, dog. Exhale, receive dog. Inhale, plank. Exhale, receive plank. Big breath in. Use the exhale to lower you down. And wait for the breath in for cobra. Let the exhale recede. Tuck your toes. Inhale, lift up. Exhaling, dog. 5 good breaths in dog pose. And just open to the flow like you did with your ohms. Hear your breath. And let the sound of your breath guide you into the grace that is the opening of you inside something good for you. And as you're ready, tiptoe your way forward. Set the feet. Drop into knowing of the breath, that knowing that you know you're in the flow, and then rise up with breath. Hands to heart, exhale. One more, here we go, reach up. Exhale, fold forward. Sun salute. Inhale, side bodies long. Wait for the exhale, plank. Inhale, dog. Exhale to receive. Inhale, plank. Receive plank. Brighten up with inhale, really inner body bright. Keep the fullness and lower exhale. There you go. Wait for the breath in and then follow its lead, cobra. And the exhale to recede, tucking toes. Inhale up and exhale back. 5 good breaths. Use the exhalations to clear out the mind. Use the shape of the pose like sand in an hourglass, letting go of limited definitions, constraints. Tiptoe your way forward. Set your foundation, and with inhale, rise up. Hands to heart. Deep breath in. Big breath out, release the hands. Utkatasana, chair pose. Forward fold. Inhale, side bodies long, lengthen up halfway. Exhale, right leg back. Lift up, crescent pose, big inhale. With inhale, warrior 2. With inhale, reverse warrior. With inhale, side angle, forearm to thigh style. And with inhale, lunge. Exhaling, downward facing dog. Hear the sound of your breath. Inhale, plank. Exhale, hold. Deep breath in. All the way down with exhale. Inhale, cobra. Exhaling, dog pose. Inhale, right leg up. And we'll float on the exhale, right foot outside the wrist. Use your exhale. Inhale, lift up, crescent. Inhale, warrior 2. Inhale, reverse warrior. Inhale, side angle. Inhale to lunge. And exhale, downward dog. 5 yummy breaths in dog. Receive dog. Be with dog. Open to dog. What feels good. And the knowing that you know what feels good in your body is because it's the essential nature of you, the goodness of you unfolding into the right here, right now. So as you're ready, left leg up and back, inhale. Try to use the full exhale to step your foot forward, completing exhale after the foot lands. Side body's long, big breath. And the exhale steps right foot forward. Inhale, chair pose. And exhale, Anjali Mudra. Open to the breath here. Exhale, let it go. Inhale, chair. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, side body's long. Exhale, left leg back first. Inhale, rise up, crescent. Inhale, warrior two. Inhale to reverse. Really feel the earth expand. And now inhale, side angle. Feel your feet, deepen your breath. Inhale, lunge. Set the foundation, exhale, dog. Breathe in dog. Inhale, left leg up. And like you did before, one long exhale, step forward, left foot. Inhale, lift up, crescent. Nice. Inhale, warrior two. Inhale, reverse. Inhale, side angle. Wait for the breath in. Lunge follows inhale. Wait for the breath out. Downward dog follows exhale. Inhale, plank. Exhale, down. Inhale, cobra. Exhaling, dog pose. Recover and listen to that which holds you, that big energy, the pranic flow of life, your breath. Anchor yourself down through the body with breath and let the breath expand you from the earth out through the core of your being. Inhaling, right leg up. Use the exhale to step right foot through and forward. And when you're ready, another exhale, forward fold. Inhale, chair. Exhale, hands to heart, to Tadasana. Nice. Deep breath in, full breath out. We'll take a tree pose. Left leg remains on the earth. Set the foundation, steady your gaze. Open to the sound of your breath the full way. So when you're ready, the exhale places your foot wherever it's going, whether it's to the upper thigh, the inner knee, or the lower ankle. Don't let go until you find the midline holding you. And you can hear that breath bring hand to hand right back to the heart. If you're ready, the eyes stay down. And inhale, branches, arms to cactus. Now really feel opening to grace. There's a settling. If you just soften to the pose instead of like trying too hard, you soften, you'll feel an energy that wants to root you down into your being. And from that rooting, you can follow the breath into an expansion. Now from here, we're going back to a lunge so that exhale carries right knee forward. Inhale stretches it back. Good. Open up cactus, inhale. Twisted lunge, right hand down. Open from right to left. And this will give you something else to open to. The sensation in your front outer hip, perhaps. Send your breath there, give it your love, your light. Inhale, bring left hand inside front foot. Turn the back heel down and walk your hands forward. So you're in side angle legs, downward dog, upper body, deep humble bow. Direct the flow of breath in such a way that you can soften into the strength that holds you. As you're ready, please inhale to a lunge facing your front foot. The exhale places back knee. Inhale, lift up, Anjaneyasana. Hands to heart. Deep breath in. Broaden the elbows. And with exhale, right elbow, left knee. Take several breaths here and just expand. Feel the energy push you down with inhale. And the exhale lets you soften and settle into a deeper twist. The inhale brings you back to Anjaneyasana, arms high, deep breath. Good. And one long exhale, dog pose. One long inhale, plank. One long exhale, chaturanga. One long inhale, cobra. One beautiful exhale, downward dog. Tiptoe your way forward. Inhale, reach up, touch the sky. Sinking down, hands to heart, feel your feet. Sink down through that right foot. Inhale, left leg up. Tree pose. Eyes steady, breath full. Now receive the pose, the wobbles, the bobbles. And if you need to, you recover the breath and then try to balance again if you find yourself wobbling a lot. If you feel the grace of being held in the pose, the arms can naturally expand with breath in. Cactus arms. Anchored and settled in your body, draw yourself back in, left knee to the midline. And a big long inhale, step to lunge. Beautiful. That's nice. Reach up. Hands down. And twist from left to right. Squeeze right hip back. Open to the breath here. What's in your body, let it anchor and then grow with breath. Inhale, unwind your pose, set your back heel, stretch your arms long and on the diagonal. Side angle in downward dog, upper body, deep breath.
Soften without collapse. Let the power of what holds you be felt. With inhale, come back to frame your front foot. Exhale, set the knee. Drag the front foot forward, the back knee, the front foot down and back, the back knee forward. Then inhale, lift up. Let the breath deepen, deepen, deepen. Trust its depth and drop it into the heart space. Exhale. Open to the flow, inhale, and the exhale will twist again. Anchor knee to elbow, elbow to knee, and now several breaths. Inhales to expand, exhales to open to the twist. In your mind, hear the words, unwind with inhale, and now wait for your inhale, and the breath in lifts you back up. Your breath out, one long exhale, dog pose. One long inhale, plank. One long exhale, chaturanga. And the breath into cobra. Breath out, downward dog. Let out some ha breaths where you, like you're fogging a mirror. Just use the exhalation to soften the release. So not a big sigh, but a big kind of sigh, not a like a exasperation, one where you actually feel the grace of life holding you. And then with presence, a slow inhale to your knees. Please have a seat. We'll take the right leg out and pull the left leg in. And if you need a blanket, if your lower back needs some height, I'll just sit up really tall here. Take your left hand out to the left, right arm up. And feel all the parts of you that touch the earth. So that's an open to grace directive. Feel all the parts of your body that touch the earth and settle into that foundation. Breathe yourself down into yourself. And notice that as there's a settling in who you are, there can also be an expansion from that part that's held. You can grow. We'll take that lifted arm and bring it way forward on the diagonal, out past your bent front knee. There you go. And then walk it to the middle, right over. So you're folding over more of that bent shin. Fill up the pose with breath. Walk the hands a little bit now to the right. Then we'll take right hand outside the shin, down on the earth, and lift that left arm up. And it really doesn't matter if you've got the opposite arm up or the opposite leg. Drop into your pose, drop into your shape, and let that be. Life is not dishing out usual circumstances right now. It's just not. There's a lot of solar activity, solar flares, solar eclipses, some really wild stuff happening in the world, the big world. Inhale, rise up. And it's going to shake things up. That's its job right now. So stretch your other leg out. Pick yourself up. Sit yourself down a little bit so that bent leg feels like it's held, reach out to the bent leg side and lift the opposite arm. And then as we open to grace again, it's just, how can you settle? How can you soften? Our unique mind wants to instantly deepen something or fix it. So go into your breath and receive. Take that lifted arm, reach it way forward towards your front bent knee, and bow in. Go back to which parts touch the ground and feel fingertips, the length of your extended leg, the shin and the hip and the glute of the bent leg, even the sole or the top of your foot. Start to walk it towards the middle, right between your legs. And notice what changed. Open to that. Walk it towards the straight leg. Keep the outer hand down and lift. Opposite arm. Deep breath. Close your eyes here. This pose doesn't need a lot of gaze. You can take the gaze inward. And let your body expand to the felt sense of what you experience. That's the invitation. Inhale your way upright. Please take whatever leg you'd like to be the front leg in a seated cross-legged pose. We'll take some just really sweet Ujjayi pranayama. So I want you just to fill yourself up, let yourself release, fill yourself up, let yourself release. Can you do a 4-count inhale and a 6-count exhale? 4-count inhale, 6-count exhale. And if you need to shift that ratio, could be 8 and 6. Keep the ujjayi, keep the exhale longer than your inhale, and we'll take some neck rolls, the ears roll from shoulder to shoulder, but stay with your breath. So just really feel the longer exhalation, softening and soothing the nervous system. So seeking parasympathetic nervous system dominance here. And just release tension in neck, head, shoulders. And then as you're ready, set your head right over your heart right over your hips. Take Anjali Mudra. Really soft Anjali Mudra. So feel the root of your palms connect, the finger pads connect, and maybe the rest of the hand can be softer. So you feel your hands have melted a little bit within the prayer pose. Now we'll place the prayer pose index fingers up to your brow center, your third eye. And call the breath in into that place where you are really in tune and in touch with the bigger energy flow of life, that part of you that can trust and open to your intuition, your guidance. You feel the cool air come in through the nose and up to that place between the eyes, pituitary gland. Open your mouth so that that exhale has that soft ha sound. So you can feel the cool air come in through the nose up to the pituitary gland and then drop it down into your throat with exhale. Feel the pit of the throat get warm as you open the mouth and let the exhale out. Cycle yourself through there so you feel that energy that comes into you and the energy that comes out of you. And we'll take the bhavana, contemplative question. What does opening to grace mean to you today? And try not to think about it, but actually invite it to drop down into the heart space. So you bring your hands back to heart center. What does open to grace mean to you today? Breathe it, feel it. More of a felt sensation, an energetic sensation. Who are you when you're centered within the heart of who you are? And drop that a little bit more deeply. We'll take the Anjali Mudra and flip it upside down so the thumb comes to the belly button and the fingertips point down to your pelvic floor. Let yourself settle down into your body. Feel the breath moving in that little triangle of you behind your hands into your lower back. Feel all the parts of your body that touch the earth. And who are you when you trust yourself to settle down into the bones of your being? Into the gift and the beauty of being here on the planet at this time in your particular role and beauty. And we'll take one hand to the earth and touch the earth and the other hand to your heart. Invite yourself to live within the polarities of the human experience, grounded in the body, here on the planet, and intuitively and wisely guided by the opening to the grace of life. It's bigger than us, but it flows through us. Let an exhale really go. If there's anything that's coming up that's, I don't know this, I don't understand it, bring it back to the heart. Hands to prayer. We'll close with an Om. Deep breath in. Big breath out. Inhale. The grace within me bows, honors, loves, supports the grace within you, and may this grace carry us through the transitions of life. Namaste. Thank you, everybody. So much love. I am aware we're having video playback issues. Doing my best to work it through. Please be patient. Please open a grace with it. And we'll get it fixed soon.